Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is just a shot of all the products I used. I'll have them linked down below as well. But it's me, Chellina Achol, the Sudani mommy. Miss Berna. First off, I'm just taking off some hair in the front that I'm going to be using for like 2 pieces for the bang. Clipping that out of the way. This wax is essential. It's one of the strongest wax. I was so happy to use it. I've tried the ponytails before, but it did not go well. I used gel and then my hair would like revert back and get frizzy and it wouldn't be sleek. But see here, I'm portioning out the middle. I'm focusing on the roots and being able to spread that in there first. Making sure it just centered, because there's going to be layers. Like there'll be the first inner layer and then an outer layer. This is a strong bristle brush I got from Amazon. I'm using this like massage the product in, just work it in, especially focusing on my roots, and then gripping it up together and putting in a ponytail. Back with some more product. And then I'm using hairspray to hold it in place. You can use whatever hairspray you like. This one's pretty strong and I like the smell of it, but I love this hairspray. I bought a couple bottles of it. Then securing that with a ponytail. And then like I was talking about the layers, I'm taking another section of hair, but not quite the full amount, just breaking it up into 2 pieces. And then doing the same thing I did before, focusing the wax at the base and then massaging it in and working it in with the bristle brush. I'm going to take out my original ponytail and make one bigger one, put some hairspray on it, and then brush that hairspray in as well. One last layer in the back, focusing on the roots a lot. My kitchen in the back is something crazy. That's why I need a lot of wax on that side and hairspray and all that good stuff. The wax kind of sets the mold for it, and the hairspray holds it. And then I'm using a blow dryer at the bottom just to help it seal and hold in place. This ponytail I had in for 2 weeks. Just continuously brushing so it's smooth the entire way through. I've watched a lot of hair sleek ponytail videos, but none really with 4C or short hair like mine. Hence the reason why I said this is my second time trying this, but this time I was finally successful. Now I'm moving to the front, doing the same thing, waxing the base. Brushing it in and then trying to get it as smooth as possible. Patience is key. Just keep going, keep going. Your ponytail doesn't have to be perfect for now, just massaging it and like brushing it up into the ponytail as tight as possible, but later on at the end you'll do the same thing. My edges are fighting for life, so a lot of the wax I do focus at the root of it as well to make sure that stays up. I was really happy that my hair stayed exactly where it needed to. Combination of a good wax and hairspray, whichever you prefer, is the most important and key in being able to hold it up. Now I'm going back around and adding some wax at the very edge of my hair, brushing it all up continuously and then working it up into my hand, holding it up. edges with the wax. I also went and sprayed in my edges to hold them, but I sprayed my edge brush as well to get my edges to stay in place. Tie that down, double tie it to hold it set in place. I wanted it to be flat on the front and like flat in the back. Now I'm adding some braiding hair to my ponytail to be able to give my ponytail a little length because I want a super long ponytail. And when I start sewing, I'm sewing at the end of the braid. As I wrap it up the braid, it'll start at the bottom, so it'll be as long as the beginning of it. If that makes any sense, you'll see in a little bit. Braid it, cut it off, and then I burn the end so it just like seals it in place. So here, this is what I was talking about. I sewed it at the bottom, so that'll be like the longest part of the ponytail. So here you just see me tying and anchoring the sewing at the bottom. Here's my first bundle of hair I got from Amazon. Oh, they were 18 inches. I'm so excited. Talking about, I started at the bottom, sewed it a little bit to hold it in place. And then I would move the needle up the braid a little bit and then wrap it around until I got to that point and sew it there as well again. Setting the needle at the top, a little bit ahead of where the track is. And then I started wrapping the track around that piece. Just make sure it's tight and stays smooth so it doesn't tangle at the bottom. And as you keep going, the braid is definitely very, very secure. It was a fight to actually try and get this out after I was done. And then I'm coming back after a couple wraparounds and sewing through the weft and into the braid to hold it in that position. I'm going to continue to do this all the way up. I'm just holding it here on the side as I wrap it up to meet the track at where that thread is. So keep wrapping and wrapping. I ended up using about 2.5 bundles. I still had a third bundle, but the bundles are a little smaller. This was synthetic hair as well. It was heat resistant, but I didn't add any heat to it, except in my bangs. So yeah, I actually did add a little heat. Here's a close-up where you can tell how where I sewed it at the top of the braid is not. Where I pulled it out, hold it secure. And at the end of each track, I would sew that piece and then start with a new track and sew it at that same piece. And keep going. And when I got to the base, I still wanted a big ponytail. So even if I was at the base, I would still like wrap around the same spot over and over again just to make sure it to be a good big base. Here I am securing it by wrapping the thread around the needle and pulling it through. And we are done. I took out a piece of hair from the ponytail. This is literally my favorite part. That band right there, making it sleek, perfect with everything. Oh, I love it. I sprayed it a little bit, about 3 inches, and then wrapped it around the base of the ponytail. This is to further secure it, but honestly, it's for the aesthetic as well, so it looks super cute. Every time I went around, sprayed it, then wrapped it around again. As I was wrapping it around, I would still work it up a little bit up the ponytail, so it has a little bit more width to it. You see how it's just a little bit wider than just the strand of hair I pulled out. I didn't film this part, but I did add in a couple bobby pins, blow dry it to set it. I think I maybe used 1 or 2 bobby pins. It's not even necessary. I don't think I kept them in for too long. They would hurt, but the hair is so for my bangs, I wanted 2 pieces down the middle. I was just gonna glue in some tracks. Here I am adding some wax to lay it where I want to. Some heat protectant so I can re-straighten it because I want it to be stick straight. I'm breaking out that section into 2 pieces and adding 2 little tracks in there. I'm using my lace glue. I don't have any like the black hair glue. And then blow drying it to set it. I put 2 pieces on each side. I kind of tilted at an angle so you wouldn't really see the track as much because my hair is pretty thin at the front as well. And then set it on top. Sometimes the piece wouldn't blend, so I would just add some wax or something to hold it there. Do the same thing with the other side. Here's how I measured it, did it back. And I made it a little smaller than the space because I really didn't want my track to show. I'm gonna put some lace glue to set it, give it a little bit more hold, some lace spray. Here I cut the end length I wanted. It's kind of a little bit of an angle. Now here is the finished product. I'm all done. I finally successfully got a ponytail with my short hair. Hey, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.